Let's start. I'm Oxana. Sorry, I will speak English, but it's not my native language, so I will speak simple and slow. We will understand each other. I will speak about insurance industry. I work at a private company, not in academia, and I will speak about why we use Bayesian approach in the area where we need the most exact, the most accurate estimation. In my speech, there will be no math, no rigorous proofs, and I speak from a viewpoint of data officer. Insurance is a rather interesting domain area where you can spend half life just to understand this domain area, just to find where is your target. But now we have no half a life. We have only 20 minutes, and I will spend half at this time to explain where is my target. And other half time will be about reasons. So insurance means we gather some some small money from many insurees, and then sometimes pay to small number but large amount. It's a tool for spreading and managing risks. What's the kind of data we have? So we should know some domain area, what we insure. And we manage risks. We have no some physical attributes. We manage only data and money like data. And everything here is random. We manage uncertainty. It's the core of business. And we have very, very big part of irreducible uncertainty. For instance, motor insurance. We have some certain features that insurer gets to a company to calculate tariff. Experience, place of usual use of a car, type of car, make and model, and so on and so on and so on. And company calculates, tries to calculate the probability if this person will have an accident. And really we don't know, and nobody knows. I can give to my company more data, my health, my attention, everything, but do I know, will I have an accident? No, nobody knows. I can surely say that I will not bring an accident to my company today, because company is in Russia, I'm here. But in general, we can't say. And we have no way to predict certain value. In our data, we have low information. This is a kind of data and a kind of problems we solve. But the core of business is that we will pay, we will have losses, and we will pay. And the question is how much? But it's not all the question. Then our liability has long duration, even for policies, even for short policies. The period of liability stopped, but even event happened at this time. Even if it was not told to us, we don't know, but it happened. Then we get some information, we start negotiation about loss, and so on and so on and so on, maybe many years, and we'll pay there. But we should know, we should estimate the ultimate loss at the point where, at the starting point. So when is very important question. To not reserve all amount of losses immediately for first year, for first time, and to not underestimate ultimate loss. The process of calculating this reserve is reserving and is critical, is core for business of insurance company. The accuracy of 1%, I mean accuracy not as a metric of classification, but business metric measured in money. 1% of loss reserves is comparable to whole company's payroll. So if mistake of actuary is 1%, it's whole payroll. 10% is like net income for 2 or 3 years. 10%. And great uncertainty. About how significant is loss reserving. About half of cases when insurance company fails is about deficient loss reserving, some problems in pricing. They are very, very tight connected, and rapid growth portfolios where we have the same difficulties. So loss reserving, and this problem is resolved by actuary. It's special certified person. It's profession. The actuary is person with personal liability. This person has knowledge of math, finance, insurance, domain area of insurance, what to insure, and machine learning and justification, because negotiation and justification, his decision is a very significant part. I'm not actuary. I'm irresponsible data scientist. Actuary uses my results, but I'm not responsible. The position inside the company is this. Different parts of company, different departments have different goals, different intentions. What do they wish to see in reserves? For, the very significant part is sales. They want us to have as low as possible reserves, so it's easier than to sell. But when some accident happen, they would like to have reserves higher. But it will be later. They don't have impact here. Another part named clients wants to have as high as possible. Because when loss occurs, it's easier to show that they work good. They pay a bit less than it was estimated. And Actuarial is the only role in the company whose metric is accuracy measured by money, not accuracy from classification problem. How is built the process of making reserves? The workflow is of two big parts. One part is about math. It has necessary part, statistical calculations that are mandatory. We must do this, and if actuary does not, it's a way to lose one's license. And another part is to make some financial document and justify it. It's a context of problem. So we are near the target. And I will speak about that. That's the place where I can say what I'm speaking about. What reasons are for doing some particular model in that small block AI ML modeling. It's not about modeling technique. It's nothing about even model selection or evaluating or maybe system design, etc. I mean, if we start doing some model, we'll have a success by any way. So it's about what type of success shall we about business opportunities that we can get from Bayesian modeling. Really, it's related very much. So what about our data? We have tabular data, and the most of models are made by classical ML, and really usually we use boosting because it works. It estimates good enough. It works on a large amount of data and has not so high computational expenses. We have about our data. It's tabular. After encoding, it has 10 and 4th degree features and 10 in 8th, 9th degree quantity of strings, of rows. And if we use our servers like Intel, some industrial Intel with 96 cores and 1 terabyte random allocation memory RAM, all our models, boosting models, usually work through 2 days. So we have many models for different considerations, and all pool of models run 2 days. Boostings and GLMs, generalized linear models, made by other tools. For some cases, we use neural networks, but for some cases, it's not usual, because the main goal to use neural networks is to increase capacity of models. But usually we need more efficient information in data, more informative data to realize this possibility. So when we have so dispersed data, we have no additional value from this, except some cases. And we have some tasks. For them, Bayesian approach works better. And I say in general Bayesian and not detailize what type. Really, we use approximate estimation with MCMC. We tried pure man's base realized by NG-boost. It's a natural gradient boosting, but we like this one. Talk about data. Tabular data, numeric and many categorical features. Categorical features increase the dimension of feature space when being encoded, and weakly informative. If we have a large amount of data, the maximum likelihood estimations works very, very good. We have a theorem that if n is going to plus infinity, we have non-biased, consistent estimation, the efficient estimation in general. But what if n doesn't go and is not intended to go to plus infinity? The most known case is reinsurance. Reinsurance means insurance company insures some risk, gathers many policies, and sometimes pays. But it's rare case when we have to pay. It's more rare than to gather premium. But sometimes the loss is so large that company has no ability, is not able to pay by own funds. For this case, it reinsures large losses. So reinsurance cases are very, 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 very rare. By nature, we can't have n going to plus infinity. Then we have no data to estimate by maximum likelihood. Other cases, for instance, underrepresented lines, or maybe when we have C casco. It's like casco, but for roll carriers, for other sea transportation. Area risks and so on. There are not too much cases to have enough statistics for MLE. And this is the most hard case. Here we either use Bayes or we have nothing. We can only use expert opinion. But expert opinion is not good thing. I will show later an example, but we have not normal distributions. Usually we use Poisson, gamma, and so on. will have a tail, skewed, and human brain can't imagine, can't calculate well. So we need to use statistics, and we need to use some computations. So either we use Bayes for modeling, or we have no model. Another case is very weakly informative data. Then we have same situation when we can't run MLE. We still can't run, but we have also another problem, how to put large amount of data into model. We solve this problem, but it's another topic. But in this case, we still need Bayes or have nothing. Another case, it's a bit easier, but same. Volatile sub-portfolio. From scratch, we had the structure of market of cars. I do insurance, motor insurance, so my examples are about cars. We had some structure where we know almost 90% of market. And then something happened, and we see the orange segment that is growing fast. It's Chinese cars. Do you like Chinese cars? Do you know Chinese cars? No. Some examples of them. How do you think? Are they cheap or expensive?
Cheap. I would rather say expensive.
No, Chinese cars, no.
Cheap.
Another question. What car is cheap?
Cheap?
Which one of those?
Yeah.
No, the small no.
The lower,
Yeah,
the lower
grey
right.
one. I think that's the Chinese one.
All of them are Chinese.
All of them.
All of them are Chinese.
Ah.
I have the same impression. We don't know them, and we would like to don't know. But this one is very, very cheap. It looks like Mini, but it only looks like. It's made from another. It's made from Daihatsu. I don't remember. This one is cheap, and that one is very expensive. How to? So we have a lot of cars, and they are very, very different, and they get first strings on top of makes and models. But make and model is very significant feature for estimating risks. Fast-growing segment or volatile segment is the case when we need Bayes. So we have not enough data to estimate by maximum likelihood. So similar situation, Bayes or nothing. And we can still have good estimation, not so good as maximum likelihood if we would have enough data, but we have it. We have right today. Maybe we could say we have not enough data. Next year, or maybe a bit later, we would have and we will build good models. Just wait. What says company? You want your salary today? Yes, I want my salary today. That's why I use Bayes. Of course, the quality of estimation depends on quantity of data. Some results of some GLM, it's not important what type of GLM, but here we have exposition. It means amount of cases, n big. The more data, more narrow, the less variance. And when we have small data, we have wide estimation. Here we have good estimation. Here we have no data. So nothing for free. We need data. We still need data, but when we have not enough data, we have not good estimation, but we have estimation. Another case. In here we can work without this, but it's better to have it. When we have some model, classical model, usually it's black box, but we need to use this model for making some decision. And after constructing the model, after estimating, we make it interpretable, locally interpretable. In this case, we can make some basis of coordinates. Basis in parameters will be translatable into business decisions, what to improve. So actionable modeling, almost for free. So we don't remake all the model. We just estimate locally as tangent subspace in interesting points. For instance, in some problematic point. So we have some additional model after we have the primary model estimating loss. We have additional model to explain why. Next one. Here we estimated some results, and then an actuary makes opinion, and maybe we can see some strange tendency. We can construct simple model. It's easy. It's from first pages of any handbook on Bayesian approach. About detection switch point. Why we need it? Because of long duration of loss development. We calculated tariff in some years, maybe let it be 20s. And till January 21st, we had a contract, a policy. And we knew all tendencies for 20th year, but we are processing the client till now, and now we have another processes that inflate cost. And maybe some of them are significant. We can make simple and fast in construction model to check is it really, or maybe we have no data to prove that some distribution changed. So we have simple and cheap tool to check any changes in tendencies and loss development. Then Bayes is very, very friendly to incorporating domain knowledge, domain expertise. If we have not enough data for inference, we have to use humans' expertise. And we have a place named prior. By stacking our models, we can implement dependencies like graph-based dependencies and many others. What I mean, for these cars, we can implement our knowledge about their dependencies. For instance, at the top we have Mini Cooper, and it inflates on smiley only by face. But here we have Daihatsu and Toyota that are that were used for this smiling. We can note this knowledge graph. So we can use it as a simple adjacency matrix. And then use of this knowledge is like matrix operations. And this matrix is not so big. We have only about 5,000 models involved.
Only?
Yeah, only. So it's nothing. We can use it in any model. It's not so expensive, not so computationally expensive. What to do with this matrix? We can get augmentation of data. When we have only one this car, we can use data about these. Just add them to have a bit more data. We can make hierarchical model through the through edges of this graph, not whole graph, because 5,000 nodes is much, but in some problematic places and so on. Stacking is very useful kind of Bayesian models. And the next, the last one, I like it very much. I'll remind that we have opinions in company that tend negotiated loss reserves to different sides. And it's very, very hard to keep the position of actuary. Because actuary is like a counter. We don't bring some money, so we just evaluate. Usually those who make money have more impact in negotiation inside the company. And others are very experienced people. They know that usually loss is something around 1. They work many years. They know maybe 1, maybe 1.5, and actuary says more. But usually we have it's good variant. It's good variant with big distribution. But median is 1.7, and mean is exactly 2, not 1. If we make reserve at mean, it means that in half cases we have enough money to pay. It's not enough, I think. What insurance company has probability to be successful? 0.5. not too good. And if we would like to have probability to have enough loss reserves, 0.95, 95 percentile. So we need have reserve. We have to reserve 5, and the mode is 1. It's not good, and human brain can't manage this distribution.
In 5 minutes will be 80.
What we can do with doing Bayes? We receive full distribution there, and then we can retain it till final justification. It's almost free, because other calculations are dependent on that modeling, and derived estimates usually they are point estimates, but we can retain our knowledge about full distribution till here. And being negotiated, we can respond. Let's have a reserve at 1.5. It's more than 1. Yes, we can have this. And we will have enough adequate loss reserves with the probability 0.36. So we have this argument. We have value at risk for any supposed point estimation, and only this reason is enough to implement any modeling technique. So, the summary. Using these models, we increase coverage by models. So we can cover by model almost all lines of business. We can have a justifiable model, so we can explain why we make this decision. We have a possibility to make more case studies and make them fast. And we find some significant changes easier. So, and finally, we have value at risk for negotiation about loss reserves. What we pay for these opportunities? Increased computational complexity. In some points where we can't, where we have to use only Bayes, we have to reduce capacity, so we use less amount of features. We have to work on modeling. Yes, we have to work. And we have dependency of our knowledge of domain area. But we have all those opportunities. And it's more than enough reason to use Bayes in a commercial company. So that's all. Your questions and please contact. It's my LinkedIn, it's my Telegram.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, did you end up creating hierarchical models, like a hierarchical GLM for premium prediction? like the premium of a car insurance, or yeah, I used to work at an insurance company
Yeah.
in the past, and we had GLMs for like
GLMs, yeah, GLMs.
But what we ended up, what was common in the company was, okay, for these brands, let's say we had 50 brands of
Yeah.
cars. No, not 50, 25.
Yeah.
And for 10 of them, we had a very few cases.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is that we were collapsing categories. And I didn't like that because it was, we are mixing things that are different. And I wanted to use a hierarchical approach to partially pull information across brands.
You can do it manually. So you have to group.
Okay.
But how to do it? You can do it manually. You can do it by, for instance, target encoding.
Which is what you showed with the
No. It's we use it. Yeah. And then we can use some knowledge about graph of dependencies, clusterization through the graph, and so on.
Okay.
It's not the topic of Bayes, but yes, if we have a categorical feature and high cardinality, we have to group. Or we'll have a very wide table.
Yes. Thank you.
I was having also a question, but it's a little bit quite more silly. It's just as a comment or to know, because I don't know too much about insurance. So in this case, you were mentioning that the reservations were too low in some cases. So it's only coming from new clients, or how's that working? Like, where are the reservations coming in insurance?
Reservation means that when we have some premium, the opposite, we should reserve some money for payment.
Yeah.
For new and for old also, because maybe event occurred, but we don't know yet. Maybe it has very long period, like liability of executives.
And the next one was, how much is enough, or when do you put the limit to determine that it is enough data? Because we were mentioning that many times, like we cannot make a model because there is not enough data. When do you consider that it is enough data to keep on working on modeling? I mean, even though, as you were saying, you need to do some estimations, and definitely you're going to...
Bayes works from one point.
Yeah, definitely.
It works bad, but works.
Of course,
Yeah.
that's why it's like, to stop
when,
saying that
when,
we don't have
when,
enough data
when
to
I
justify.
can use maximum likelihood, maybe 1 million points.
Okay.
But usually try, and if it works good, measured not in model metrics but in money metrics. So
Okay.
if you can use this prediction, then it's good. Even if it's not in case n going to plus infinity.